So as we leave the marina down the little backwaters, this is our first impression of our new Dodger, and sitting at the helm, I'm happy to say that that open window when you're seated here is perfect. You can see straight out of it. As you can see also, we've kept the fly sheet up, whatever you want to call it, the sunscreen. It lets in 50% light, so the holes are wide enough that we can see out, and well, currently with the current weather, not bad visibility at all, so that's good. Right, we just have to get around this little dog leg and then we're out into more open waters.
It just feels so good to be out here. It's weird actually, because we haven't been out of the marina for 4 or 5 months, something like that. And here we are, we're just cruising along, motoring, and it feels like we've never been away. Love it, just love it. And being under this great new edifice here is working really well. Plenty of breeze coming through, height, feels great.
So here we are out on the open water. Marvellous feeling. The weather's a little bit overcast, which is actually quite nice because it's not too hot. It's been really hot the last few days. Wind on the nose, of course, so we're just motor sailing at the moment. But I wanted to run the engine for a bit anyway, just to make sure all the systems are okay. And been saying goodbye to people on Facebook, put a little post up saying thank you to everyone at Crabby and we'll see you again soon, and it's been quite emotional. We made some really good friends there, and we're going to miss that place, but this is what we've been dreaming about, is to actually get out, get all the systems working again, drop that hook this afternoon and just have a nice relaxing time at anchor. No computers, not even any music, maybe just a sang-som and soda. So, initial thoughts on our hard Dodger, which is just behind me. I have to say, I've been struggling to get used to her as we sat at Garn's restaurant and looked down on Esper. It's really quite a striking looking construction, and she stands out. We always knew this was going to be the case. It was going to be a compromise because of the restrictions that we had, i.e. a shallow, small cockpit, a low-hanging boom, and that main sheet that hangs over the back of the boom into the cockpit. So we really did battle. But we've said this before and we'll say it again, it is all about function over form, and having just spent the last hour or two inside that cockpit, I have to say she is super comfortable. Now, of course, we don't have any harsh weather conditions to really test her out in yet. We're just motor sailing in flat calm seas, but we've got a nice breeze coming through that window and around the sides, and it's nice to be able to stand up with the head covered. And this was one of the things we wanted to do, was to make it high enough that we could stand up in the cockpit, because one option would have been to have cut her down. She would have looked better if she was lower, but we'd spend the whole time in the cockpit stooped over. So anyway, so far really pleased with it, I have to say. So that's all good. Anyway, back to the helm, a cup of tea, and look forward to dropping that hook. We're going to aim for the south of Kojun.
So we're out of the marina, and I have to say it feels pretty darn good, even though there's not much wind and what little there is on the nose. Just being out here at sea after all that time is wonderful. I have to say Esper is looking great. Very happy with the way she looks and what we've done so far. Missing already our lovely friends at Crabby Boat Lagoon, but I'm hoping that we will put in one more appearance before we head east in February. In the meantime, just enjoying being out and the elements. About a couple of hours we should be at anchor, and then I think we might get a little bottle of rum out to celebrate.
So it's coming up to 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and we have Koh Jim over on our port side with the sun behind it, and behind us is going to be a new anchorage that we haven't been to before. We thought we'd do this both for your entertainment, but more importantly for our own entertainment. We want to try and check out some new places as we go down. So this is a little spot that was introduced to us by Mark at Krabi Boat Lagoon, who pointed out that on iSailor, one of the navigation apps we use, actually had the depth soundings to go around that island there. Navionics doesn't have too much detail, but iSailor has plenty of depth sounding, so should be interesting. Never done it before. It's going to be quite a tight entrance in, and hopefully on the other side we'll have a protected little bay to hang out in for a day or two. Really strong tidal influence here. You can see all the eddies in the water, and I've had to turn the autopilot on to high response because Esther's moving around like anything. You can see her being pushed by this current, which I think is probably coming from up there. So we're kind of fighting against it, and our speed has dropped down to 3.7 knots. We were doing a happy 5 earlier. You see it's quite a tight entrance, so I've put a couple of waypoints in right dead in the centre, so we're going to try and stick to those. But look at that movement though. I've changed my mind. I think the tide is coming straight at us. We've dropped right down to 2.5 knots now, and I actually had to take the helm over and hand steer a bit because the boat was going all over the place. But I think we're coming up to the end of those eddies now, and out into this interesting little bay. This is very exciting.
We've anchored in a beautiful bay. We've got mangroves all over this side, just all the way round there are mangroves. So I'm hoping when we turn the engine off, when we sit and sip a rum, we're going to be hearing lots of beautiful sounds. It's quite deep, 20 metres, then it came really shallow because there's a shallow patch in the middle, so we've put the anchor down. We've put 30 metres of chain out, we're the only people here, loads of swinging room. I'll put the snubber on, that'll take it up a bit as well. Big fat smile. And that is because we are out on the water, we're out of the marina, and we're totally enjoying freedom. It's what it's all about. It's what we've been looking forward to for the last few months. It's been ages since we've been out enjoying ourselves like this, and I love it, I love it, I love it. Beautiful sunny day today. We have had a little bit of rain, and what's been an amazing, it shouldn't be really, but it is amazing, is that we've been completely dry. First time in 12 years we've been completely dry. And you all know why that is. That's because of this fantastic new Dodger that we've got here. So well done Ton and Tui, Lek and Wit and everybody else who worked so hard to make our Dodger happen. It's great. If you've got any questions, by the way, if there's anything we missed out you want to know about, put them in the comments below. We'll try and answer them. So the next thing we're going to do is head to Malaysia, going to Langkawi, then Penang very quickly, and then on to Pankor. The reason we need to get to Pankor is because we've got one major job to do, and that's to fit the solar panels, 2 on the side and the big one on the back. And once they're on, we should have a few weeks spare before we have to start heading over to Geelong to go on that lovely trip all the way around Sumatra down to Krakatoa. I'm really excited about that, can't wait. So here we are, having a great time. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, please subscribe and do comment, because we do read every comment and we do try to answer as many of them as we can. So in the meantime, peace and fair winds.